Good morning. I am Karen Ray. This is Fave Lifestyles. We are a lifestyle brand amplifying the expertise of women in business to the women who are looking for those resources. I am so excited to help you create your inspired life. And today we are doing something really special. We have a feature nonprofit. This is something that is my way to give back, is to give nonprofits a little bit of airtime, if you will. And these are nonprofits that we find that are empowering women and doing just really great things in the community. And I am so excited to have Rhonda Snyder and Kathy Roon here with me today. And ladies, it's so exciting to have you. And you are, let's see if I can say it, Soroptimist, which is empowering women in the community and dedicated to improving the lives of women and girls. I am so thrilled to have you both here. Rhonda, welcome. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, so I have been a member of Soroptimist for 3 years. That's why I also invited Kathy to join today, because she's been a longer member, and I wanted to have her expertise with me. But I love Soroptimist, everything about Soroptimist. When I first discovered Soroptimist, I knew that I was meant to be part of it. I have 3 daughters of my own and a stepdaughter, so I'm very passionate about girls. I'm very passionate about the community and doing everything I can to support the community. So it's just a really great fit for me.
Yes, and you are with Coastal Community Bank also.
Yes.
And, you know, we like to give credit to and see what women are doing. And you are a VP of Business Development. So you are out in the community a lot. And I'm so thrilled that you are connected with this wonderful nonprofit. And Kathy, you have been a member, like Rhonda said, for many years. I think you said about 12 years.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about how you got started and a little bit about you.
I got started. I have 2 neighbors on either side of me that were longtime Soroptimists, so I knew about the organization, and they would keep telling me, "Oh, you should join." And when my kids were finished with school, and I did a lot of community service with the Marysville School District, I was looking for something new to do, and I joined. And it's a wonderful organization. I sort of think of it as the PTA for the Marysville community, where we raise money to support them. And I really enjoyed it. It's a really wonderful group of women, and I think we do some really good things in the community. And our focus is women and girls, but it's not entirely on that. So I think that the community really benefits from what we're able to do. And we also have a lot of fun together. So it's a really nice social organization.
Yes, you know, when women come and gather and they have busy hands, much can be done.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is always wonderful.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit today about the programs and the community outreach and a little bit about the nonprofit. But I found it really interesting. I looked up the word because I had never heard that word. And as we were talking ahead of time, I had a really hard time saying the word Soroptimist. And Soro, it says from a Latin root, means sister, and optima means best. So creating your best sister and having those sisters come together. I actually have come from a family of 6 girls.
Oh.
And so anything that, and then there was 7 granddaughters. So women, and now I have a host of obviously Fave Lifestyles, that is all women. So how can we all come together? How can we support each other? And so I'm so glad that your nonprofit is here today. So Rhonda, tell us a little bit about the programs that they provide. And I know it is also an international organization.
It is an international organization. And then, so our local group, spends and donates our money towards our more local organizations, but we also have some money that goes towards international giving as well. One of our biggest programs we do is our Live Your Dream Award, which is to help women who are continuing their education and maybe have gone through some hardships or obstacles that have prevented them from living their dreams. So they can go on and apply for scholarships so they can use that towards their schooling and bettering their lives. So that's a really big one that we do. Plus we do career support for girls. And then we give scholarships to girls that are graduating high school as well. And I mean, there's so many different community organizations that we support every year.
Okay, so you have many little fingers to the what you do. So giving scholarships, and that is of interest about supporting girls in career options. Do professionals come and help support that, or do you have programs that you connect with?
So, well, we have, of course, things are a little on hold right now because of COVID,
Right.
sadly. But we do have a program that we partner with the YMCA of Marysville, and it's called Our Girls of Promise. And it's a mentorship program for girls that are in middle school. So it's very hands-on, bringing in guest speakers and just really working with them on their paths to becoming, ladies, and their paths to, discovering what their potential is and what they can do. And just a really great way for us to be involved with the girls that are in the schools.
Yes, so touching those hearts as they're young and giving them that feeling empowered, because that is really a difficult thing to think about. What kind of career and what are the possibilities? I think that is sometimes one of the hardest things, is seeing that bigger perspective of what could I really do. So, Kathy, tell me a little bit about the community outreach what other organizations do you support with the nonprofit?
I would say the largest organization we support is the Marysville Food Bank. And they have several different programs. So one is a backpack program that provides backpacks full of food for children for the weekends. So that's a little bit different this year because the kids aren't in school. But we give a lot of money to the food bank. And then we also support their toy store that they have at Christmas time. And then we give money to an organization called Peoria Home, which is a residential treatment center for women who have been sex trafficked. And that's in Everett. We've supported them for a very long time. They now have their own home, but we've been supporting them long before they were able to get that house. And we support the Salvation Army. In the past, we've supported domestic services of Snohomish County, domestic violence services of Snohomish County, Meals on Wheels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The biggest chunk of our money, as Rhonda said, goes to these scholarships for graduating high school girls. So we give between $15,000 and $20,000 in scholarships every year to girls graduating from the Marysville high schools. And that's part of a Student of the Month program where kids are honored. It's a collaborative event with Marysville Kiwanis that the kids are chosen and interviewed and honored by being the Student of the Month, which looks nice on college applications.
Yes.
And let me think of some others.
Yeah, so it sounds like you really support a lot of other local organizations in your community and giving funds to them, and then your scholarships as well.
Yes.
So tell me, is there a story of, do you have an example of somebody who has benefited from this, from a scholarship and then come back and thanked you or told you their story?
Well, hold on a minute. There's a couple thank you notes that I've saved over the years from girls.
Okay.
Just because I think they're really meaningful. So why don't you talk to Rhonda for a second and I'll see if I can find it.
Well, and to pigtail on that, we do have some ladies that have joined Soroptimists because they had been an award recipient. So they had been familiar with us because they had, been able to apply for that scholarship and had gotten it, and they came back and joined Soroptimists. So I always find that I love those stories when you hear someone say, I became a Soroptimist because you helped me back when I asked for help.
That is so amazing. So we have Renee James, who is saying the Soroptimist ladies are amazing and they do so much for our community. So while Kathy is looking for that, Rhonda, tell me a little bit about it. So as a volunteer, what does that look like? What is your role in helping supporting the organization and raising funds?
So, well, for me this year, I'm the president. So I lead all of our meetings. Yeah, it's been interesting. I'm going to tell you, it wasn't quite what I expected.
Right.
But I lead all the meetings, try to keep all the ladies engaged. We do lots of hands-on volunteer work. So when Kathy mentioned the food bank and the food bank toy store, I'm on that particular committee. So I help run and plan the food bank toy store for the Christmas toys. We just adopted a street, so we're going to start doing street cleanup. We have our fundraisers or our auction. So all of those things, we're very hands-on, we're very involved in, being out there and doing as much as we can. Granted, in person has been difficult, obviously, with this last year, but we still have been successful at running our meetings and have actually been able to bring on new members this year as well.
Wow. So, we'll talk about COVID in a second and how that has changed what you're doing, but on a normal year, so it really sounds like you are having hands-on, because a lot of times when you hear, well, we support these different things, it's like giving money. But it sounds like you are actually in there helping to create this working in the, are you working in the store, or is it more planning type stuff?
So the food bank toy store, it's not really a store necessarily, where it's just, there's a committee planning it. We get donations, we get the toys, and then a local church lets us use their facilities, and we set it up for the families to come in and go shopping. So it's a quick little 3-4 day thing. But yes, I'm there the whole time as much as I can, helping and distributing the toys to the families.
Well, so what does that feel like when the families come in and get to shop at that store? What does that feel like?
Oh my goodness, it is the most amazing experience. Yeah. They are so incredibly thankful. This year, we actually, because we were doing the shopping for the families, had a wish list of what their kids wanted. We kept running out of things on their wish list. So people were running to the stores and buying these gifts so that these kids could have their wish list gifts. It was amazing to be a part of it. It just, you go home so thankful that you're able to help these children and these families, and so thankful for what you have.
Yeah. And are you wondering, it's like, am I helping them, or are they helping me?
It's a lot of both ways, right?
Yeah, because doesn't that feel good when you're serving and and whether you can see the faces? Obviously, this year's been quite different, but yeah. So Kathy, did you find those cards at all?
I did.
Okay,
so I saved these two because they, I think, really show what we do, and I think that they're just so very meaningful. So one was quite long. I'll just read you the end. I would not be able to attend a four-year university if it weren't for your kind donation through this scholarship. I just want to say thank you for literally changing my life and allowing me to go to college. Thank you so much. And then the other is, I just want to thank the Marysville Soroptimists for the financial gift awarded to me in May. I'm humbled that a group of women who don't even know me would give so that I could succeed. Thank you so much.
Oh.
And, it just shows that we can really impact the lives of some of these young women. And just very meaningful, I think, for us to be able to do that.
Wow. That touches your heart. Oh my gosh, to hear that you are actually helping these ladies, just empowering them, giving them that confidence to go out in the world and to have a voice and to share their beauty with the world. So so exciting. So how has COVID changed what you're doing this year?
Right. And what like in every way. I'll tell you, just starting in the summer, we have our big, we always have a big party kind of get together just to get things started in our kickoff party. Even that, it's, we really we're only able to do it with a small group, distancing with masks. And we were thinking at that time, this isn't going to be long. We'll be able to get back to normal.
Yeah.
But we started our meetings doing Zoom, and it was a little tricky at first. But I think the ones of us that have been regularly attending the Zoom, of course I do every single one, but I have gotten used to it. I think it was a little odd at first, but we have all of our meetings virtual on Zoom, and we've learned to kind of have fun with it. We've even come up with some fun little trivia games and just ways to make it a little bit more interesting. Our biggest fundraiser of the year is our auction. That was a little bit tricky because it was in October. And we didn't have a lot of time to figure out a plan or come up with it. So our auction committee did an amazing job of making it virtual. And they were able to raise, I want to say it was almost $33,000 that we raised, having no idea what we were doing because we had never done it virtual before. Usually we have quite the big event at the Angel of the Winds Arena in Everett. So it was quite different, but very successful. They did a really great job. And now we're planning a virtual paint and sip. So we have little things that we still have doing, but that was our biggest fundraiser.
Wow. So I know nonprofits have been hit hard with COVID as well, which also trickles down to the people that they serve. So Kathy, what are you looking forward to as we go forward here to helping these women and girls?
Well, as a club, what we're all looking forward to is getting together again. And hopefully,
counting the days.
Yes, as the weather gets better and with the vaccines available and the decline of COVID, that will happen. And then, just carrying on with what we do. Fortunately, we raised enough money that we are able to continue with the scholarships this year and the Live Your Dream Awards and our major projects. And our membership hasn't declined this year. We've actually gotten a few new members, which I think is wonderful under the circumstances. And so just continuing on with what we've been doing, growing a little bit because we have more people. And, I think we're a really vibrant organization.
So more people makes the work lighter. So
and then you can do more things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we start wrapping up here, let's talk a little bit about how can somebody, if a woman is interested in volunteering, how would she go about doing that?
We have a website, MarysvilleSoroptimist.com, and people can go on there and leave messages for us, or contact Rhonda or me, or and
yeah, we'll put all the information. We'll have Rhonda, if you could put all the links and everything in the comments for the ladies, so they can check it out and look how they can volunteer in the work that you're doing there. So I know you have a nice little website. So do you have a Facebook page?
Yes, we do have a Facebook page.
Okay, let's put that link there for the ladies too, because I know people are always wondering how they can help support our local nonprofits and be a part of it one way or another. So very exciting. So ladies, what would you, Rhonda, let's start with you. Anything you would like to leave the ladies with?
I encourage everybody to look into Soroptimist, because we might be here in Marysville, but there are so many other groups out and around. So there might be a group that's close to where you live as well. If you're passionate about helping women and young girls and are interested, definitely look up Soroptimist. They're an international organization. They're all over the United States. It's just a fun way to make new friends, get involved, help your community, and just really feel great at the end of the day, knowing that you've done some good things for good people.
And Kathy, so what is kind of the time commitment of women who would come and be a part of the nonprofit and part of the gathering?
Well, that's one nice thing about our club is you can give as much or as little time as you have available. And, for people that have been members for a long time, they have years where they're very, very involved, and then something happens in their life, maybe they have kids or grandchildren or whatever, or they are living somewhere else in the winter, then they can't participate as much, and that's fine. So whatever works for them works for us. So
we even have a member that's out RVing. She's in her RV
Right.
driving around and joins when she can.
Yeah,
But she's still.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So, women now, we're finding that with Zoom, we can connect anywhere and be a part of it.
Yes. So.
Excellent. So, so ladies, go ahead and check this out. What a wonderful organization, and the organizations that they're empowering and helping out as well, and these scholarships. Kathy and Rhonda, it's so good to have you here today, and I'm just thrilled to support you and to bring it to light to our Fave Lifestyles community. So thank you for joining me, and we'll put all the links in the comments. And ladies, have a fabulous, fabulous day. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.